I don't know, you can't see me, but that is okay. I don't need you to see me. So, how's it going, cats? My transformative lights. My sharp-minded peacemakers. My borrowed light and pull for beautiful water cycle sharing. There's a word that's really trying to get through my chest. It is so powerful. And I'm gonna love when it does. So, I refuse to feel sorry for myself. I already sacrificed the only thing worth sacrificing, and that is the concept of self. So I want to talk about that for a little while. Oh my goodness. It's me, kinda, there I am. Yeah, see, proof of person, I guess. I don't know. Just going on a walk at night. It feels good, finally. It was very warm earlier. But, letting go of the concept of self, the need to be right, the need to win, the need to have truth instead of tell it and live it. I'm here to integrate. And in the meantime, if I'm just stuck in a barrel on life supports, I can deal with that. I choose to focus on, instead of relationships, I'm just going to perfect my own wine. So if you find yourself in a similar state, lonely, genuine heartache, and not surrounded, and maybe you are in a similar situation where you are surrounded by hypocrites who promise one thing but never deliver, and are insolent and insisting that their way of life is the only and best way of doing things, and refusing any evidence otherwise, refusing to even question or try on a thought experiment for a week. Take heart, because yours is a receptive heart, and I am looking for just receptive vessels that I can share my water with. So let's just take a second, and it's always good to recite the oath, right? And this is not to me, this is an oath to life. I didn't fucking create it. I didn't do shit. I just want to integrate, I want to integrate and share. So, what we're really doing with the Atalassian Oath is embodying the word. So when I say I am love, that's the goal. I got rid of, with help, but my concept of self is gone because I identify as love. It's the whole point, The word works when we put it to work. And this is the one way that is very effective. If you understand the words like I do, then you can plant your feet graciously. And kintsugi, which means to transform in a beautiful way, or fix or heal with gold. Any so-called failure, so the creator can have the victory. Okay? I am love. And say these out loud, of course, several times a day. I am love. I choose life. Life chose you too. You're here. Proof. So, I am love. I choose life. I am love. I choose to cherish. Now, what that really means is we want to find something that, and just everything in life that is good. Think of it like, yeah, there are several different ways. I like a hot tub. You just want to absorb all the water. You want to soak in it. So everything beautiful, whether it's the smell of a flower or the campfire that's going on. Oh my gosh, I need to go camping so bad. But what cherishing also can mean is think of your favorite picture. Let's focus on cherishing for a minute. Think of your favorite picture. Now, imagine it being a shirt. Okay. So your favorite image is on a t-shirt. Okay. Become a thread. Become a thread that is just part of it. And you can be any part. You know, maybe there's a particular section that has your favorite color in it. Maybe there's a favorite design in it. Become it all. Get to know it all. Swim in it, you know, so to speak. You know, that's what it means to cherish something. You want to. It feels so good to listen to or to look at or to do. Whether that's, you know, I mean, using my own examples, of course, music and writing and martial art or dance, moving in general, beautifully, which I really miss because I cannot feel my body. It is way too tight. I keep bumping into things and I can't feel my, like, this is involuntary tension and there's nothing I can do about it consciously. Nothing. Welcome to post-traumatic stress disorder and being withheld, the one thing that does help. So there's that. If you would like to help me out, you know, maybe I will go back to the buy me a coffee or whatever. I really hate money. I would really just like people to, you know, that claim love to just love. But that is not my reality. I am wine in a barrel right now. And my wine cannot be shared yet. No one wants it. There is no willing vessel. So if you are hearing this, then I really appreciate you as a willing vessel. A cup that actually holds water instead of over-promising and under-delivering and then projecting that fear onto somebody that actually does exactly what he says and claims. Whose way of life is actually the literal best. So thank you for trying it out, trying it on, and thanks for being here. Let's keep walking. So that's what it means to cherish. And you know this. You've always known this. Like, think back to when you were a kid, right? What were you most interested in? That's easy. Okay? So this is where the mental and emotional part really comes in handy. And so I started getting interested in martial art very young because I really loved the movement. I thought it was really sharp. I thought it looked cool. But what really intrigued me is, like, what would that feel like? You know what I mean? I was so curious about what it would look like in my, you know, or feel like in my own body to be able to move that way. And I started with Taekwondo when I was this many. I know you can't see, but like 7 or 8. So there's that. And then with music, you know, that was easy. I have a voice and I just wanted to see what I could do with it. It's just a matter of, like, okay, I'll try. You know, and so we become curious about the things that look like they would feel really, really good if we learned to do them very well. And I can speak from experience in several ways. Yeah, dude, it's true. It's worth the effort, and the effort is worth it. It always is. That's why I stick to music. It's the only thing that these empty hearts and empty minds and closed minds around me allow me to have. It's not enough. Human needs are human needs. But maybe you're like me in a situation that is hopeless, no way out, and it's not your fault. Someone else's delusions and lies are affecting your truth negatively just because they refuse to do the one thing that you ask them to do. The one thing that you know would help most thoroughly and quickly. Okay. Wrong move. So, how I can navigate daily cruelty and abuse is by understanding that it is not me. They refuse to look, they refuse to try, they refuse to challenge their own assumptions, they refuse anything. And they're the hypocrites with the blame, and I don't know why it's happening. I know it's like it, but I refuse to absorb it because it is not of creation, it is of death. And that's a hard reality to navigate. So thank you for being here again. Thank you for doing something healthy. That's all I want. I want perfect health. It is something that we can perfect, and so we have to. We must. If it can be done perfect, we need to. We owe it to life. That's how we show our love for the Creator. And I don't pretend to know. I never will. But I do know that there's tons of beauty. That's why I go on so many walks. Get some fresh air, smell something new, Maybe there's a cat that's going to bonk onto your shin. Who knows? That's always the best. So, it is okay to want to share. And if you have something to share with me that's beautiful, please do. I have my email available. I like getting good news. I never get any. This is of other people's addiction to tragedy, sacrificing the wrong thing, valuing things of absolutely zero worth. And it's not at my expense. So that's how the mental emotional works. We want to engage in things that we can cherish. It's always better together. And, I know my stuff is very, very valuable. It's beautiful. It's worthwhile. And I can't understand why anyone would shut it down and blame it and treat it so cruelly. And it does hurt. A lot of you can see that. But when I am able to share my work, it will do exactly what I say it does. I'm just worried that people are dying unnecessarily, and they are not worth sacrificing, and I will never, ever understand that. That is unforgivable. It's a very big deal to me, because it's life. It all matters. I may never meet you. I'm grateful you're here. You have value. You have worth. So I want you to find something that you can cherish today. Something that, maybe you always wanted to try. Hey, maybe that feels really good if I learn it really well. And then engage in it in curiosity. And, it's just asking it how to let it in more. That's what understanding is. It unlocks your mind so more beautiful things can enter it. It is a choice, and it's always a good one. I've never thought that anybody has no value. I've always shown and told differently, unless given a reason to shut down. Do the same. Thank you for following me. Let my voice be a needle that can guide your thread into the tapestry that you want to be part of. Imagine being like Mount Rushmore. What would your face look really good in? You can figure that out for yourself. I mean, I knew very early on it was music and martial art and movement in general, I guess, because I have a lot of energy and I like to engage in things. But we need it all. So maybe you're like me, flat out unappreciated by literally everyone around you for no reason, and then getting blamed for telling the truth, asking questions that really deserve to be answered. Not for me, but for a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm sure that Mr. and Mrs. Bernard have a lot of value. Frankly, it is also a form of cruelty that they refuse to actually be honest and share them. How you treat somebody to his face is all that really matters at the end of the day. Because, maybe they are behind the scenes sharing and being outspoken about how great I am, and honestly, and, doing all the work that I've asked and to my face just traumatize me. That's not okay. Because I will never get to experience my gift the way that it's supposed to be. And that hurts really bad. So, let's focus on the things that we can. When I get back to the Blue House, maybe I take a break from Two-Face. Maybe I shift to Scarecrow. I'm very grateful for the internet because I do get to have a voice. I do get to tell the truths that other people are afraid to admit. To me, those people are not adults. They're like childhood bullies. And no matter how I stand up to them, nothing changes. I have no protection. As of the overpromise and underdeliver. So maybe I call North Ogden Police tomorrow and say, hey, do you guys even give a shit? I send you emails and you never reply. Do you even get them? Do you care? Like, you showed up at my door, I played you a song, and I asked you a very good question, like, why is this still in isolation? Like, just get this where I say it needs to go and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, why are you unwilling to actually serve? Why do you overpromise and underdeliver? Put the pressure where it's due. If you want to pretend like you are serving and protecting, then you need to really be able to answer the question, what are you serving and what are you protecting? So, yeah. You don't give lip service. You don't overpromise and underdeliver. You know? I know I have integrity, and thanks for being along the ride, because that shows that you at least are open to it as well. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. Don't be afraid to try on something new, especially if it does lead to where I say it does, because it does. So I would really appreciate, like, actually getting to enjoy my gift the way I'm supposed to. So, anyways, it's about 20 minutes in. Thanks for being here. Well, let's do this.